G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. This one is set in... Whoa, excuse me, this one is set in Busan. Alright, so it's 29th of April. Start with 150 road tiles, no further road tiles offered. It's always a fun challenge. Start with 4 roundabouts. Some colour destinations are always circles. Yellow is not one of those colours. So let's be nice and tight with our spending. Speed things up as well. I don't mind getting some circular destinations straight up nice and early, because that'll definitely speed things up in this very, very slow period that we have here. Very, very slow. Said it a few times, and I still think it would be great if you could have an extra speed up for this section, similar to what AQR did. These guys I could have facing this way, come down, be a closer connection, I think. We don't want both because we don't want to be using our road tiles. Now, in theory as well, what I could possibly do is do some blocking to begin with. Try and encourage someone to, our second destinations to get slightly closer to their houses. But when that moment's already passed with this guy, let's turn these guys around. I do really like circular destinations this early in a game, because they get deliveries a lot quicker, and it means that you end up with a much higher sort of score without having to do too much. So I feel like I am going to have this guy connected too. I also should be using these roundabouts, because what the roundabouts can do is they save me squares. Doesn't work because then I'll just knock that guy out. Alright, so let's need another bridge. Well, let's wait for this. Let me think about what I want to do here. These two guys here are definitely going to shift to be looking after this guy. No questions there, which means that these two guys are then going to come back here, look after him. Because that's cutting across there, these two guys, get rid of that, go underneath, run this way. Kind of avoiding the usefulness of that roundabout. But I should be using the roundabouts, basically, to do this, because there's one square of road that isn't having to be used because that's been placed, and so basically there's 4 sort of squares that I can use. But it just so happens to be that every single one of these places that I've gotten so far is sitting in a position where I can't really fit one in. Okay, I already have issues with blue. You can see absolutely everyone is out with these guys. So I'm going to add that guy just for now. Okay, I mean, there's a usefulness for that roundabout, though. Get that guy up a bit more. Alright, let's take a motorway. Now, what we're going to do with that motorway is I'm going to use it immediately just to get some help to those big guys at the top. Alright, so we need another bridge. For now, this guy's going to have to connect like that. Another bridge would be handy for this guy. Definitely need bridges. Another decently placed guy. Cool, 2 bridges. So let's get just a straight line run for those two. 2 guys isn't going to be enough to look after that though, I don't think. Also, he can have a roundabout to try and save us a square or so. And the other bridge we can run through here. And fit a roundabout in here, that'd be great, because these guys are going to cause a mess otherwise, that intersection. Okay, so how do we get these 2 guys over? And we can't get a roundabout in there, so to get to this we would have to sort of run into that. So we can do this, but this now also means that anyone over here, blue, can also see that they can come and support this 3rd blue guy connected, as well as these 2 blue guys that we've got at the bottom on the island will now also go try and help the other guys. So, not the best. I'm also going to grab at least 1 guy from that side to go help out this dude at the bottom who's struggling a bit. Okay, how do we get to this guy? Oh, hope that we get a bridge, thank you. It's a very nice clean gets there. We still have 71 tiles, so we're doing okay. Pink's looking very good at the moment. Blue's looking a bit calmer than it was. I could get this guy and this guy connected via just sort of like hooking them through there. But we can see that there are the 3 blue houses at the back here currently aren't in demand. So we might not need to. Always we're going to take motorways. And I guess immediately we can see what we're going to need to use the motorway for here. Not great that the 2 of these guys are going to have to sort of like be wedged against a wall like that to get up there. So we might have to correct that at some point. Look at the way that I've built this road. There's no reason that that road has to stay on land to get up there. Oh well, here's what it is for now. This yellow guy down here is surely going to get problems with his one house. I'll have to see something yellow show up down here. And this yellow circle up here is also only running off 2 houses, which is feels like a real problem. So for now, I'm just gonna make this guy do that. Right, there's that second yellow house we needed. Really don't like the situation Blue's got. Major issues with what Blue's gonna have to figure out here. I also know it's not great that Green has to like sort of cut through all of this blue network as well. What we could do is make this a straight line here. Get rid of that. Make this a straight line. Get rid of that. So now we're just going to have these 3 guys looking after this guy. And then it should mean that these blues can possibly have a better chance of getting up there. As this goes on, it's going to get worse. I'm going to turn that yellow around for now, so that he can go help out this yellow on the top right that we've got no other real good option for. This is a sort of map where I feel like maybe I should have looked at the scores prior to get a sense of how easy or hard this expects to get. Do you feel underhoused? That's my my biggest issue. I just feel like I don't have enough houses for what's coming. Green's here in my message at least. I mean, they did just get a circular destination. Okay, so we're starting to get enough greenhouses up here that we could actually separate these 2 greens into 2 different roads. But whether we have enough tiles for that many sort of roads is the question. Okay, so this blue here is somehow looking worse than he was. It could be because there's now going to be so many green cars on the road. We just don't have any other sort of neighborhoods to get to him. And then we need another neighborhood over here. 37 tiles left. Alright, so we're going to take these 4 guys. And we're going to run them straight across and connect in there. Then going to disconnect that from there. Then I don't know how to get to this guy. The motorway, I suppose. We're going to take these 3 guys, and we're just going to bounce them over. This blue in the top right, I have, concerns for because of what he has to do. That he's got all the green traffic to fight with, as well as like just the congestion of this area where the double destination is. So we just picked up second house here. Sorry, second destination there, but we did get another house here. So that house will now become the one guy looking after that. Potentially I need to turn that second guy around because he needs 2 to sort of cover him for a little bit. I have enough bridges that I can make this pink guy come in here. Help out a tiny little bit. I mean, Doesn't feel like I've got enough houses that's a problem. Let me think about the way to word that. It doesn't feel like that I've got enough houses that one extra one is not going to be a difference. This blue up here is a problem. He is a problem. Don't know what to do with him. But I need to do something now. Three bridges. That's only a square destination, and that's part of the reason I think this is okay. There's another blue house down here. This guy's living large now. He's by far the best off of our blue circles. Let's get those two guys connected. We just need bodies on the ground for blue. Okay. So motorways are incredibly hot property in this one. I've got another yellow house down here, so I'm going to turn that guy back again, because that's 2 yellow houses looking after 1 square, and this is 3 yellows looking after 2. And now that we've got that guy, I'm going to get rid of him. And we're going to turn these guys down, get rid of that 1 square. So it's now 4 for those 2, 2 for that 1. There's some pink houses in the top right-hand corner that are sort of too far away for anything useful. 1 more pink house in this lower section though, and I reckon I could disconnect this pink circular destination from the rest of that network. Green is stacked on that side. Now, I do also have... I still have so many roundabouts that I haven't used that really should have gotten more in. I just don't feel like there's any room for any of them at this point. A roundabout fit there? Great. Let's grab 1 square back. So we're down to 8 squares. 10 squares. Okay. So... that guy... I was going to spend some time trying to figure out who gets my next motorway. Looks like that guy just made the choice for me. And we are down to 8 squares. Sorry, 8 road tiles. So we are going to have to make some decisions soon. I think the biggest things that we currently need to address is we need to get this second pink and we need to get the second blue disconnected off those 2 networks. We also have this guy down here is struggling, so I'm going to send the pink around. There's the 3rd pink I wanted over here. Annoyingly, the path that those guys would have had to get out is now completely blocked by greenhouses just showing up. So let's think about this for a second. If we could potentially... Oh, we can't do that. I was going to say, if we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, if we got rid of this road here, we could let pink cut through. But it's not just for blue. It's also for the green to get down there. So we're going to cut this pink off there, and we're going to give him a motorway that is just going to be that short little route. And clean him up a little bit. Now with that change too, I also am of the opinion that this one guy now no longer needs to benefit from having everyone. So that is these guys all come down and connect to this. I'll get that 5th guy to connect without it being a very messy connection, so we'll just leave him off for now. Four blue houses at the top here. Two yellows. These two yellows could connect up there. Let's put a roundabout in that section. I don't like that. So this pink here, I've got to figure out who's available. I don't think like we've got anywhere near enough pink houses to send anyone that way. This guy here has a little bit of excess. We have a motorway. Guy here also has a fair bit of access too. Let's just bounce those guys backwards, give them the option. What sort of works about this is that generally the closest car to a location will go and help that location. The benefit to a setup like this, where you've got the two destinations on the opposite ends of your houses, is it means that priority is going to be the guys on the left are going to look after the guy on the left, the guys on the right are going to look after the guy on the right, and it's only when there's sort of like, and you can see, say this guy in the middle, he's sitting there waiting, so it means that both of them are handling what they need to, and then this guy will go whichever way if need be. When you've got something like this blue setup that I've got, the blues, all the blue most furthest right is going to be the priority guy for both of the two destinations. Luckily we've got this these four blue houses at the top here that are sort of like helping make that a little bit easier. A red house here that he can go up and help this way. I want to make a change. I think they should be supporting that, which means that these two guys don't need to be helping more. And they can then go be the back of that. Now that means that we have 0 squares at the moment. We've got another pink house down here, so I now do have a group of 3 that I can use for this. But in fact, what I can do instead is I can turn those 2 houses around and do that and give this guy 5, so he's more long-term sorted. This red at the top is now gone orange, so he now needs dedicated support, which is going to be something back here. It's just such a weird little grouping of guys here. Well, that's a perfect get. Thank you. Let's disconnect that. Let's do this. That motorway there to there. Now that we've done that, this connection here now no longer needs to exist because these reds are just supporting that one guy. I also think that we need to fix what we've got going on over here. So if we run a straight line there, we can get rid of that. Then we can put that there. As long as that roundabout disappears and these guys aren't going to get confused by what's going on, that's okay, because you can see exactly what's happening now. They all sit at home waiting for that roundabout to go before they actually think they're allowed to go. It's a dangerous game sometimes when you try and make that change. Okay. We have a problem now with these pinks that these 2 guys can't share. We need to stop them. We also need these 2 yellows down the bottom to stop sharing at some point too. Biggest pink population that I have that currently isn't being used. These 5 guys use him. Those 5 guys are being used with that one. These 5 guys are for that one. This one here. Only one. There's 2 guys at the very top up here. And we could run this guy to here. Get 3. Annoyingly, they're going to wait on that guy getting back before they all start to go. So, we're going to have a real problem here. No, 'cause they're still going. Why are more people still... Actually, what I could do is connect that guy. He can go help just quickly too. So we are still waiting for... There we go, finally. The message has gone out that these guys can come and help. We didn't pick up another motorway, so we don't have anyone else that we can just sort of quickly shift. We've only got 2 tiles, so we can't ask anyone else to sort of leg it over there to support. But we are... I think we're done for. We can turn that guy around. 1 more car, eventually 2 more cars to go help out. But I don't think they're going to make it in time anyway. Oh, that's a really sad way to go. If those guys had gotten off that motorway a bit quicker, but because it must have been one of the further away pink cars was coming to help him out. Up 2%. That's okay, we are pretty late in the week. 45. Not too bad. I feel like that could have been... How do we get to the highest ones? Stop the... Well, I mean, we're never getting up there. I mean, maybe we could have gotten to 4,000. I mean, obviously we could have gotten to 4,000s if that one didn't break, because wouldn't have been much longer. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.